Hi there, everyone, and welcome to the first edition of the Coach G Show here in the new year on FDUnites.com. Jon Lauder, along with the head coach of the FDU men's basketball team, Greg Herenda. Coach, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, John.
3 straight wins for you guys. We'll first go back to the Towson game, which was your last out-of-conference game. In overtime, you win by 1. Fantastic game, and that, I guess, sort of catapulted you guys into conference play.
Yeah, that seems like a long time ago, man. But the Towson win was special. It came after Christmas. We regrouped after a really disappointing St. Peter's loss where we thought we had the game. But our kids, we were down 16 in the second half. We created 25 turnovers. And to win a CAA road game for our program was really important. And we finished up with a 2-0 record against the CAA. And then it just led into our first conference game, which was another tough one against Central Connecticut. But our team, for a relatively inexperienced team, is very consistent. We've improved. We should have lost to Felician College, and now we're beating high-level teams, and more importantly, we're winning road conference games, and you know how important they are.
You guys are 2-0 in conference for the first time in 5 years. As you mentioned, both of those on the road, CCSU and LIU Brooklyn. Just your thoughts on both of those games and how important it is to start the conference slate off with victories.
Yeah, it's any conference that you're in. I don't care if you're in the Big East or the Atlantic 10 to win those games. They're like winning games in your back. You have to win those games, and they're so hard because the guy next door knows your whole repertoire. He knows your family. He knows how you play. He knows everything about you. So to win at Central was pivotal. With a young basketball team, and then to come back and go to LIU after last year we beat LIU. They were ready for us, but we were ready for them. And again, we had a 10-point lead and lost the lead, but came back late. So these guys now have a real confidence about themselves that we're going to win basketball games. And we haven't played here, it seems like, in forever. It was December 20th is the last time we played here. But I think our game travels. When you guard and you play really, really hard and you share the ball, that kind of basketball, can be played anywhere. But hopefully, getting in front of our fans and our crowd on Thursday night is going to be it's going to be pivotal because St. Francis is a really, really good basketball team. They've won 5 straight. We've won 3 straight. So when you have 2 teams that have won 8 consecutive games, there's good basketball being played, and the better team tomorrow night or Thursday night, we'll win the basketball game. Hopefully it's us.
Now, we've talked so much about the newcomers and what they've meant to the program, specifically Darian Anderson, just named the NEC Co-Rookie of the Week. Thoughts on him? Great performance against LIU Brooklyn, but really, he's played fantastically all season long.
Yeah, Darian is just one of our freshmen, but he's the kid that really, early in the year, we had him on the white team, which is, for all intents and purposes, is our second team. And then we put him on the blue team, and then Malachi Nix hurt his ankle. And then we put him on the blue team as the point guard just because we didn't have a point guard that day. And he's the Wally Pipp of our team. And Wally Pipp Lou Gehrig took Wally Pipp's position at first base for the Yankees. If people don't know that out there, that's what happened. And Darian Anderson is kind of taken over our basketball team at the point guard position. He's a competitor, number one. He hates to lose, loves to win. And I think all of our freshmen have that quality. And really, all of our upperclassmen. Darius Stokes is not putting the ball in the basket, but what he does for us on the floor defensively. Mustafa Jones is our captain and our leader, and Matt McDonald. Xavier Harris now is coming off the bench and playing well. I don't want to miss out on any of our players' names, but it's team, and now we have a lot of good basketball players. They're not the best and they're not the greatest, but combined, they're very, very cohesive, and it's a good unit.
And you talk about the depth. Obviously, you get Stephon Jiggets. That's another player you can bring off the bench. You mentioned Xavier Harris now on the bench, Malachi Nix. What does it mean for you to have so many different options that you can go to and that the rotation has really started to round out?
Well, they got to listen to what I say because now if they don't do what they're supposed to do, there's competition in our program at every position. So, but it just gives you're deeper, and that helped us at Central. It helped us at LIU. I think it's going to help us all year. We're deeper. We're just there's a spirit and a competitiveness to this team that is really special. And right now we have 13 players. 12 are eligible because Tyrone O'Gara is sitting out next year. So we have a lot of guys that can play. Even Mike Schroback was in the game the other night against LIU and had a three-point shot that was halfway down. So, as you know, I'm not afraid to go to the bench, and our bench is good.
Now, you mentioned St. Francis Brooklyn, first home game in what seems like forever, your first home NEC game, then you're back on the road. This conference slate just keeps on coming, never lets up.
No, I said to our players, this is basketball nirvana. Like, this is like, there's no school. And we just had, by the way, the best. Mr. Langford told me before the taping that we had the best grade point average for a semester and the best overall cum in the history of Fairleigh Dickinson basketball, men's basketball. So I'm really proud of these guys off the floor. Now it's just time to be a team, and we travel together, we eat together, we play together, we practice hard, and they're good kids. You know, people don't realize it's hard to be away from your family. All the other non-student athletes are home and maybe have jobs or with their families, and it's that kind of atmosphere for them. For us, when they go back to the dorms, there's 60, 70 kids here, and it's not easy. It's cold, but we have basketball. That's our common denominator, and it gives everybody the juice, and it's the time to get better. And last year, John, I don't know if you remember, we lost to Hofstra by 22, and then we played them right after the break, and we beat them by 22. So we improved during this period, and we need to continue to improve. People are excited now. We're 7-6 and 2-0 and everything. We still have a long way to go, but in the process of improving, we've been able to win basketball games. So that's a great thing. But we got a long way to go. We got to stay humble, and we have to stay hungry. But this group is doing that. And doing it really well.
Coach, thanks so much as always, and good luck on Thursday.
John, thank you so much.
7 o'clock will be the tip-off here at Stratus Arena, so come on out, support your Knights. First time 2-0 in conference since 2010 in 5 years. So 6:50 the pregame on NEC Front Row, then they're back on the road, then back here on Thursday the 15th. Lots of comings and goings in the NEC, and as always, FGKnights.com. You know that's the place to be for all your news and notes on FDU men's basketball.